Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Colorado's real estate authority, Barb Schlinker. Barb Schlinker is a retired Navy veteran. Barb is an author. Barb Schlinker is a pilot, and Barb and her team enjoy all that Colorado and the Front Range have to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, we air Your Real Estate Voice every Saturday. If you can't listen to the entire show, it's always available on Barb's site, barbhasbuyers.com, or just search Barb on most of the podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc. So, Barb, what are we going to be talking about this week?
Well, the one thing was kind of a surprise to me when I looked at the market stats. Colorado Springs home values are actually heading higher just in the past few weeks. So I'm excited to deep dive into that. And also at the tail end of that segment, I'm going to talk about how you can help your younger millennials get into a home right now without too much pain. And then the next topic is going to be the new Colorado real estate trends that are happening in 2024. And then also we're going to talk about home inspection problems. I know I bring this up a lot, but that's because it happens a lot. So I always
Yeah.
have more stories to tell. And then the last one is agent showing nightmares and how to avoid them. It's a little hard to avoid them sometimes, but at least I will give you a heads up on what to expect. So you won't be surprised if mistakes happen in showings, like leaving the doors unlocked or the lights on
Oh
or
my gosh.
other things. So, and of course, as always, I love talking about my hot new listings. Richard?
Every week. Oh, they're great. So, Barb, as fewer people bought homes in 2023 due to the higher interest rates and fewer homes to choose from for buyers, how is 2024 going to be different for the Colorado Springs housing market, and what's going on with home values right now?
Well, what's interesting is in 2023, it was actually the lowest volume of home sales probably since the 90s. And part of that had to do with interest rates. The rates went up as high as over 8.06%. And that created an awful lot of demand destruction. But that was just a few weeks ago. And now the world is turning around. So we still have low inventory. And it is definitely an affordability problem, especially for the first-time home buyer. But we're going to talk about solutions at the end of this segment. And I think this year already, I'm seeing a lot more pending contracts just in my own little business. So I think it's good. And part of the reason is that the inventory is actually decreasing, meaning the number of available homes that the buyers have to choose from. And that's just been in the last 2 or 3 weeks. On January 5th, we had 980 available single-family homes in the Colorado Springs area. And on January 26th, we had 924, 6% decrease in just 3 weeks. So what does that mean? Homes are getting snapped up. And then I tried to compare what did we look for the median list price just a few weeks ago versus right now. And the big surprise to me was on January 5th, the median price was $515. And now here we are at the end of January or early February, and it's up to $521. So in just 1 month, the median home prices have ticked up $5,000. We're also seeing about the same time as days on market. And I think that's more of a hangover of the higher interest rates. We went in early December from 8% all the way down to 6.8, 6.9. And so in the middle of all that, we had holidays. So I believe that as we go into the spring, it's going to be a really good market. And I think we're going to see prices go up. So if you're a home seller, this is a great time to sell. My statistical source uses this term called the market action index. And basically what it's showing, it kind of compares seller's market to buyer's market. And it's showing some signs of strengthening that should indicate that we'll see an upward trend in the number of sales. And if prices keep going up, we're also going to see a increase in prices as well. And it's interesting to me that I listen to a lot of press about whether or not the rates are going to go up and or go down. And I hear mixed things. I hear, oh yeah, he's going to meet tomorrow, I guess, and probably going to keep it the same, but maybe not lower the rates in March, maybe not until the second quarter. We don't know, but as it stands right now, mortgage pricing depends on supply and demand. And a lot of times, as a buyer, you could negotiate with the seller and help get them to help or get them to finance into the loan, like raise the price and cover the closing cost and actually buy down the interest rate so you have a lower payment. So there's a lot of ways around this, and people are getting more and more creative. As I look at the 7-day average of median list price, which is a leading indicator of whether or not prices are heading back up, we're seeing that number go up pretty substantially just in the last couple of weeks. Also, the other thing that we see is probably from October through the January of 2024, we're seeing increased sales, lower inventory, but not so much that there isn't a balance between buyer and sellers. And the buyers right now, I think, are more ready to pick up new inventory than they have been in the past few months. Then if you take a look at El Paso County-wide statistics, it tells very much the same stuff. So I would think in this whole area, it's going to be similar. Their median list price is $539. The inventory, again, is dropping. Days on market are dropping. And overall, we're seeing about a 4% price increase. So that's pretty good. And I don't know where that's going back from a year or whatever. So that is why if you're thinking of making a move right now, especially if you have to sell a home, you have to get all the 4 Ps right. Preparation, make your home at the very minimal move-in ready so buyers don't have to fix anything when they move in, picking the right agent that knows how to give you good guidance, not only on how to prepare the home for sale, how to price the home realistically, but also how to promote it. I was talking to a seller yesterday that told me that her former agent took pictures of her master and they had moved the end tables out of the way and took a picture like that. It was just like the end tables are in the middle of the room. It didn't make any sense. And that was a marketing photo. It's like, that should not happen. So it's really important that you get the promotion part right, because we know that 99% of the home buyers start their search online and they eliminate homes that they don't want to see based on their online presentation. And if you'd like to go on my website, barbhasthebuyers.com, and download any one of the free reports, but this one will give you more information about how to get the 4 Ps right. This free report is titled The 7 Top Tips to Get Your House Ready to Sell for Top Dollar. Go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on the green button, free reports, and it'll all be there for you. It's also extremely important that you price your home what I call very realistically versus optimistically. The people that price their home high for, quote, negotiating room, and then slowly walk the price down. And towards the end, what I'm seeing is a lot of these home sellers are rapidly walking the price down. Like they reach a point where 4 or 5 months later, they have to sell and they just tank the price. So according to national statistics, you're actually going to net less money if you price high and then slowly walk the price down. I just sold a couple of homes very quickly because they priced their home very realistically. The one on Oak Creek sold for over asking price in 11 days. And I had one on Pastime that sold, it priced it very realistically. And we ended up selling right at asking price in just 5 days. That's the way you do it right. And that way you don't have to worry about showing after showing and people leaving doors open and stuff like that. So to get your free report, go to barbhasthebuyers.com or give us a call at 719-301-3900. Richard?
Now, Barb, we're discussing the current real estate market and how prices are heating up. It does not appear that prices will be dropping anytime soon. What can young home buyers do to get into homes these days?
Well, I like this topic because I just posted a video on my YouTube channel about what millennials want in a home, and I got a lot of views on it. And the thing that was really interesting was that a lot of the comments were, we just can't afford a home right now. So if more than 52% of the home sellers on the market are boomers. So a lot of the baby boomer generation, these are the kids of the baby boomers, have a lot of equity in their home. They could tap into the equity and help their young person with down payment. They can also do things like they can um, help them with a home. I got stuck. Hang on just a second. I had a plan. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, so here's a way. Let me just fix that, DJ. All right. So home equity line of credit is one option that you can get. And some of these banks, it's really easy to get them. The interest rates are not cheap necessarily, but they're easy to get. They tap into your equity. You can go up to 80% of your home value and take some equity out to help them with their down payment. The closing costs are very low, only a couple $100s. You can also gift your kids every year 18,000 starting in 2024. You can gift each kid 18,000 without a retirement tax penalty, and that might be a good idea as well. We're only blessed with one son, and he's going to get it all in the end. So I don't mind. We don't mind helping him early, and that's kind of what we did. We invested together, and we all pitched in for the down payment on this home. He is living there, but it helped him get into a really nice place versus throwing away $1,800 and $1,900 a month on rent that he'll never get back. And that way he gets to enjoy the home equity while the property values rise where he is. And he has a sense of ownership. He has skin in the game. It was really important to him to contribute to the down payment because then he felt like it was his, which I think is kind of fun. And so what sellers should do is basically pick the right team to help them sell if they are thinking of selling. And we have right now over 27,809 buyers in waiting just on our little website looking for homes. And typically we can match at least 100 buyers to any home. Plus we have our cash buyers as well. And all you have to do if you are thinking of moving, we give a free in-home consultation on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale. We'll go over all the closing costs and we'll show you exactly how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells, when you're ready. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice. That's Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you are thinking of making a move, call Barb 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about new Colorado real estate trends now and through the entire year 2024. Stay tuned for that.